Hey fishy folks, and happy Sunday fun day to you. Today, an update of the 55-gallon planted tank you see behind me. It's a little cloudy still from the sort of rescape, but it's kind of been like that for like 2 days now, so I have to film. So boom, real life fish tanks. Guys, do me a favor, grab a snack and a beverage. Check out michaelsfishroom.com. Stand by. All right, fishy folks, this is the 55-gallon planted angelfish tank. It's the only real show tank I have in the house. I'm fine. It's the only tank that has real plants in it other than Java moss or, you know, whatever I use to breed guppies. And it sits in between my kitchen and my family room. And if it's a little cloudy right now, I had some watermelon in it yesterday. I was feeding Liam the lemon pleco, and the Corys also liked it, if you saw my post on Instagram and Twitter. And it's usually see-through, so obviously you can see through to the family room, and I like that look. So let's talk about the tank a little bit. It's been up for, I don't know, a little more than a year, I think. Most of the plants I got, I really know nothing about. I think there's some swords here, and Vallisneria, which I know, and there's some other sword in the back over there, and I don't know what that little plant in the front is right there. But most of the plants I got from Keith from KJE Aquatics. Check out Keith's website and Facebook, link in the description below. And then I did an unboxing a couple weeks ago, or months ago, I should say, about these really nice rock structures here and over here from Third Planet Treasures. And Ruth is the owner, and I met her through one of the Facebook groups that's really no longer around because Facebook rules suck. Anyway, we haven't actually ever met. She did buy some guppies from me. She did send me some rocks to do an unboxing, but super nice lady, and love these rocks for aquascaping. Now, I'm not an aquascaping expert by no means, but I just basically put them in a tank and they look fantastic. Couple other things I have Fluval, not Fluval, Seachem substrate. I'll put a link in the description below. For pretty much everything I talk about, I'll try to put a link in the description. You guys can check them out on Amazon. And if you buy them, you know, I do make a couple $1 million each, so that would be nice. There is some driftwood in the back that's really, really old, and you can break it by hand now. So I'm going to leave it in there as long as I can for Liam the lemon plecos. I did see the rubber lip pleco I had in there when I was doing the aquascape makeover, and it's not really a makeover. I added a couple things. I took out a bunch of plants. Matter of fact, I took out this many Vallisneria, and I ended up giving them to a very close family friend who needed some plants. I don't really fertilize this tank at all. When I first started it, I did get some plants from Corey at Aquarium Co-op. I think he heard I was redoing a tank, and he sent me some plants for the tank. And also I bought some Easy Green, and once I ran out of that, I just don't have any fertilizer, and I haven't been fertilizing, and quite frankly, I think everything's doing fine. Also, I'm fine. Also, you can hear and maybe see there are two hang-on back filters. They're not usually on. I usually have them unplugged and just use the sponge filter on the left and the box filter on the right. But I'm trying to clear up the water as quick as possible because, you know, it is in the family room and people like to see through it. So, all right, let's talk about the inhabitants. Oh, one other thing. I did get a, how do I put this? So I watched a video from my friend Tom from TM Aquatics. Link to that video, you know, somewhere in this general area for you to check out. He did an unboxing of some products from Pleco Ceramics, and coincidentally, they contacted me about a week after his video dropped and asked if I wanted to do an unboxing. Now, I get these requests weekly, and most of the time, as I've always said, I'm upfront with the companies. I'm going to be honest. If you don't mind an honest review, then please send your product. And 75% of the companies don't send them. some of the things I've been asking these companies are, have you ever seen my videos? What's your favorite? And the person from Pleco Ceramics said, yes, we've seen your videos. We know how honest you are. We want you to do an unboxing. Okay. Now, they sent me a huge box of Pleco Caves, which I've used in the fish room, a cichlid cave, which I don't really have any use for, and these really cool, this like log, and then there's one over here. Let me get a little closer so you can see. Stand by while I try to lower this without making you guys puke. There we go. So there's that little cave right there, and it looks natural. It looks fantastic. It was packed well, and it's open on 3 sides. It's got holes in it for fish to go in and out, but it looks really natural, and I love it. And then I added this other one as well, if you can see it right there. Sorry for the shaking, guys. That one I'm not in love with so much at first, but now that it's in the tank and it's, you know, it's got plants all around it, it's got substrate, I do really like it. So check out Pleco Ceramics on Amazon. There will be a link in the description below for 15% off. If you click that link, you'll get 15% off. I don't make anything from that. That's not an affiliate link. That's just a link that Pleco Ceramics provided for you guys to check out their stuff. Their Pleco Caves are really nice, really high quality. A little pricey for me, but, you know, you guys might really like them. All right, let's pan back this way without making you guys puke. Go back here, and then much better. All right, back to the livestock in the tank. So there's Liam the lemon pleco. Liam is about 4 or 5 inches long, and I bought him at my local fish store about 2 years ago. He was labeled as a lemon pleco. I didn't know anything about it. I, you know, Googled it and got all the information, and, you know, all the information I read said he would be only grow at about 3 to 4 inches. He's bigger than that now, of course. But he does a good job of cleaning everything up. He destroyed the watermelon I put in there. Within an hour, he had eaten it. So I only feed him maybe once a day on purpose because I don't have a chance to do auto water change on. There is no auto water change on this. So he's a big pooper. I don't want the parameters to go out of whack. So once a day is fine for him, and he eats algae and other things off the plants. And obviously he's very healthy because he's quite large and doing well. You can see there's 2 angelfish. It's a pair. And I had 4 angelfish in here. And there was a koi angelfish that was quite the a-hole. And I sold him at the Bucks County Aquarium Society auction. And there was one other angelfish in here that got Popeye really bad when I was away on a business trip. And by the time I got back, he was a goner. So we're down to 2. I'm considering getting at least 1 more. However, these guys are a pair and they are spawning, so I'm not so sure that's a good idea. At one point we had 10 Black Phantom Tetras, and we lost a couple kind of quickly. We got them at the Keystone Clash last year, the kid decorating tank. Lucas decorated a tank. Loved the Black Phantom Tetras. And so there's only 3 left. I do need to find some more because I really want them to school and I really like them. So, but I'm trying to find them bigger, you know. See, I don't know if you can see like this one right here. It's bigger than you'd find in a store usually because they're a year older. So I have to try to find them bigger, or maybe buy them, quarantine them, and try to fatten them up before I put them in the tank. But who's got time or tank space for that? There's also 6 albino Cory cats. Not a fan of the albinos. I bought them to resell at an auction, and I think that auction day I couldn't find one of them in the tank, and I decided I'd just leave them, and because, you know, I want to sell them in groups of 6 or more. And when I got home, I realized I needed the tank space, so I found the other one, obviously, and I put them in here, and they do a great job of cleaning up the bottom. They're fun to watch. They're very curious. They like watermelon. I don't know if you saw my Instagram or my Twitter, but check that out because there's a picture of them eating the watermelon. That's it for livestock. 2 angels. Oh, let's talk about the betta fish. I had a male betta in here at the last update. I put him in here, And unfortunately, he likes angelfish eggs because they're delicious. And the angelfish didn't really care for him eating their babies, so they got into a little tussle, and let's just say the angelfish won because the betta didn't make it. And it sucks, but you know, that's what happens in life. And you know, sometimes people say betta fish have to be left alone, and sometimes people say no, you can put them in the community. The fact is, they're all different. The personalities, just like real people, are different. And you know, there's angelfish that are a couple spawning. You can see they're showing some behavior, spawning behavior now. I would assume I'm going to have eggs tonight or tomorrow. I don't think we're supposed to get any storms. Typically, right after a storm, they lay eggs. They've laid eggs 5 or 6 times in the past 3 or 4 weeks. Excuse me, I'm fine. And every time I decide I'm going to artificially rear them, they eat them before I can get to it. One day, I came down to eat breakfast, and from sleeping, obviously, and there were eggs, and I went downstairs to prepare the stuff I need to pull the slate and artificially rear them, and I got sidetracked downstairs and did some work in the fish room. Came back an hour later, the eggs were gone. That's what happens. All right, fishy folks, that's the update of the planted 55-gallon angelfish tank, my community tank. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's really nothing special. I wish it wasn't so cloudy, but that's what happens, and I needed to film the video, so there you go. Any questions, let me know. Comments below. Of course, check out Pleco Ceramics. There's a link in the description below. And my boy Tom from TM Aquatics. I really like his channel. It is dope and epic. There's also a rubber lip pleco that I haven't seen in probably 6 months. When I was doing the aquascaping remake, that would be aquascaping remake hold it. Let's try this again. That would be this is going to be a tough one.